What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kyla Trees. I'm back with another video. In today's video, I am going to give y'all a book review slash haul of all the books that I have read. So I started back reading. Okay, I need to go back. So I used to love reading and I used to love writing books. Growing up, I used to want to be an author. But my mama told me, she said, I don't make enough money, so you need to do something else, basically. So, yeah. And then when I was in school, they told me my reading comprehension wasn't good. So I didn't, that's when I really fell out of love for reading in school, because they told me my reading comprehension was bad and all this other shit. But it's like, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I remembered everything I read. But you know, going to a predominantly white high school and a predominantly white middle school, being a black baby, they don't really give a fuck about you and all that other shit. So yeah, I fell out of love for reading in middle school and high school, but I picked back up in March. What happened to me? Something happened to me. My great aunt, she was in the hospital, right? So that kind of, I had to get my mind off of that, you know what I'm saying? And we couldn't go see her because of the COVID shit and all that other shit. Only one person could go up there, which was, you know, my mom and things like that. So I was like, so that's when I started back reading. Since then, these are all the books that I have read. It's heavy, so I'm gonna put it down. But these are all the books that I have read since March. It is now May, so 3 months. Yeah, but we're gonna start with my current read because that's just what I'm reading currently. So currently I'm reading Verity by Colleen Hoover. I'm literally on like probably, okay, I'm on page 4. I'm on page 4. This is what I'm currently reading. And I got this recommendation off of Book Talk. I don't know about it yet. I don't know if I like it yet, cause yeah. But usually Book Talk, or my Book Talk reviews, they never fail me. So yeah. So this is in no particular order either. The first book we have is Will. This book has so much knowledge on his life, and it just talks about so many different things. It talks about marriage, it talks about ignorance, it talks about hope, it talks about power. Like, this book is a very informational book, and it has, I want to start, annotating my books, because this book has so much knowledge in it. I took so much from this book, and especially about his life. If you are a Will fan, if you are a Will Smith fan, you need to get this book. This is a great book. I know some people don't really feel, you know, some people feel different about him because, you know, he slapped Chris Rock, whatever, trying to protect his wife. But this book right here definitely has knowledge, okay? Like, I love this book, and the cover is beautiful. I got this at Target. I also got this book at Target too, if you're wondering. The second book is 31 CEOs Who Mean Business, Girls Who Run the World. Sorry, I got a text message. But the second book is 31 CEOs Who Mean Business, Girls Who Run the World. This book is for any girl or woman who is seeking to be an entrepreneur or to open up her own storefront or anything like that. If you mean business, if you want to go into business or you want to do business, you need this book. I got this from Barnes and Noble. There's so much knowledge in here. You can all these girls have different stories, and they started from absolutely nowhere. If you are a woman or a girl who aspires to be an entrepreneur, you need this book, okay? Girls run the world, literally, honestly, and it's nothing more to that. That's all I have to say about this book. This book gave me so much knowledge as well. I love this book, okay? The second one we got is Clap When You Land. Okay, now this book is about a man. Okay, he has two children. One lives on the island in Dominican Republic, and this one right here, she lives in New York. Their dad dies on a plane crash going to see this daughter, and her mother doesn't know about her or anything like that, and their sisters, they meet at the funeral or something like that. And yeah, it's really a great story about how they came together. And you know, eventually, I'm not gonna tell y'all the story because I don't want to ruin the story, but eventually I love how they came together. What I don't like is that it was written in poetry form. I feel like that could have I could have did without that. And what else did I like about this book? I feel like it took too long to get to the ending. It was like, bro, like you could have sped it up a little bit. But I got this from Target as well. Beautiful cover, even off. You have the island side because this girl is from the island, and you have the staircase, and she likes plants as well. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. But I think everyone should read this book, especially if you have siblings who need to come together, or if you have if you have a sibling that needs to come together, you need to read this book, because I don't feel like a man should keep his children away from each other. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel. No. Next, we have White Smoke by Miss Tiffany D. Jackson. Let me tell you something, right? Miss Tiffany D. Jackson is one of my favorite YA authors at the moment. I absolutely love all of her. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Anyways, White Smoke. White Smoke is about a girl. She moves with her interracial family to literally the middle of nowhere. She's from California, so if you're from Cali and you literally go to the hood, it's not. If you're from Cali and you leave Cali to go to what, North Carolina, that's no shock. No, you know what I'm saying? But they think her house is haunted or whatever, or she thinks her house is haunted because there's a bunch of creepy shit going on. And this was a really, really good book. It is kind of, it's not scary. Some scenes are like, I couldn't sleep at night, you know what I mean? But nothing I couldn't handle, you get what I'm saying? So this book was really, really good. I hated the ending. I did not like the ending at all. I feel like they could have did a little bit better with the end. I feel like she could have did a little bit better with the ending. But overall, this is a really, really good read. And it's a spooky read, especially for, you know, the Halloween season, or if you just feel like reading a scary book, you can get this. So yeah. Hold on, I have to prepare myself for this one. All the feelings are coming back to me, and I have chills. This next book, Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany D. Jackson, I literally want to cry. Tiffany D. Jackson, you put your foot in this book, okay? This book was something that this book is something that every child needs to read. Every child needs to hear her story, because children, this shit actually happens to children, and it's disgusting. This little girl was not protected at all. This little black girl was not protected. I literally have chills. Oh my gosh. This book will forever stick with me. This is literally one of my favorite books from her, from Tiffany. This is one of my favorite books overall, all of the ones I've read. And I got all of these recommendations from Book Talk. So yeah. But Monday's Not Coming, I have to read this again. I don't even know if I can read this again. Like, Monday's not coming. When you get to what happens, you just might cry. I couldn't sleep for days after reading this book. And then I went into this one. right when I was reading this one, I went right into this one, and I couldn't sleep because I read both of these at the same, not at the same time, but back after, one after another. But this book is, yeah. I want to keep my copy, but I have to send a copy to my niece, to both of my nieces. They need to read this book. Everybody needs to read this book. Monday's not coming. Even if you are grown and you have children, read this book. Please read this book. Great read. I love how the story was written. Easy read. Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. First of all, can we get into these covers? All of these covers on these books are beautiful, and I love reading books by Black authors or you know, Indian authors. I don't think I've read a book by a non-colored author yet. Well, probably this one, Colleen Hoover. I think she's white, but yeah. But can we get to these covers? They're so beautiful. They're so beautiful. Grown. This is another book about another girl who was not protected, because she was not protected either. This is another book about another girl who is not protected. Grown is about a girl. Oh, did I even tell y'all about this one? Monday's Not Coming is about a girl who basically just goes missing, and nobody just cares to know what happened to her. Everybody's just pushing it off, and she literally goes missing and no one cares. Basically, that's the book. I'm not telling y'all the rest because I don't want to spoil it for y'all. Grown is about a girl, enchanted. She's beautiful. Her hair is cut. She has her hoops. Beautiful black girl. She can sing her ass off, right? And she meets this man who is older. She is 17 years old. She meets this man who is 28, and he is a successful producer. Was he a producer? He did it all, basically. He was basically a successful in the music industry, and they start dating, basically. And he takes advantage of her. It's literally like an R. Kelly story without the R. Kelly story, if that makes sense. But this story is told from her point of view. She was not protected as well. It's literally, I feel like it's Aaliyah's story had she had been alive to tell it. I feel like this would have been Aaliyah's story, or something very, very similar. These grown-ass men know what they're doing, and they know better. That's all I'm gonna say about this book. It was disgusting. Not the book was not disgusting, but what the man was doing to this child and multiple children was disgusting, especially knowing that they were underage and the people around him knew what he was doing, and they just swept it under the rug because he was a celebrity is sick. I really would like to know what is really going on in the music industry with these little girls, or with these girls who are being over sexualized at a very young age, because already as a black woman we're over sexualized at a young age. Just imagine the men in the music industry. I wanted to kick his ass. Ooh. The next one we have is The Rumor Game. This one is one of my favorites as well. Rumor Game is about this girl. this book stuck with me too. This book stuck with me too. There is a trigger warning in here. Well, there's a trigger warning in Tiffany D. Jackson as well, in Grown as well. But there's a trigger warning in here. Always want to make sure you read your trigger warnings first. But this is about a girl this is about several girls actually, who one of them lives just flips upside down, and rumors are getting told about her and about all of them. I think there are about 3 girls. Rumors are just getting spread about them back to back to back, left and right, and their lives are just spiraling out of control. One thing I will say, if there is ever a rumor about you and it gets to like a serious thing where you feel like you have to talk to somebody, talk to a parent. One thing I hate about this book is that nobody thought to go to a parent. Nobody, you know what I mean? Everybody thought that they could handle it on their own. And they're also rich kids as well. Like, they go to this school and some of them are governors daughters, and you know, they have big ass houses. Like, they're rich kids living in Washington DC. Excuse me. But that's one thing I hated about this book. Nobody went to an adult. If you are an adult, you need to read this book, because some of these things are happening today in today's society and nobody knows about it. Nobody has a clue. None of the adults have a clue about it. Okay, y'all, my bad. But yeah, one thing I hated about this book was that nobody thought to go to a parent. I feel like everybody needs to read this book, because you know, parents never really know what's going on in their child's phone. Y'all need to be checking your kids' phones. You need to be checking the online shit, Instagram, TikTok. Y'all need to be checking this shit, because social media, scary. Very, very scary place. This was an easy read as well. I like how they included the text messages as well as some of the rumors that were like sticky noted all over the place right here. Really, really easy read. I love this story. Great book. The next one is something that I hold dear to my heart. This was one of the first book talk recommendations that I started reading. I actually started reading this book in March when my great aunt went to the hospital. And I couldn't put this down. I finished this book in one day. I could not put this book down. This book is about 2 Black students. They go to this school, and it's like they go to an all-white school basically, and it's like an academy or something like that. And these 2 students right here, they are being targeted, right? And they don't even know they're being targeted. Should I say more? Because I don't want to give this book away. I really don't want to give this book away. But anyways, they're being targeted by I don't want to say that because that's going to give away the book. Just read this book. Please read this book. Read this book. Now, there is racism in here. There is, you know, gayness in here. There's queerness in here. Is there a trigger warning in here? I don't think there is. Okay, it says, for all the Black kids drowning in a sunken place, desperately trying to claw their way out, this book is for you. And for my mom, who believed in me first and gave me my love of fables. Oh, but this book is literally like a Pretty Little Liars. Somebody is like texting their phone and all this. This book is scary, okay? It's kind of scary. I couldn't sleep. Somebody's basically texting both of them, and they know all their secrets. They know everything about them, what's going on or whatever. They did horrible things to these 2 children, and it is very, very sick. And I loved this book. She's also the author for Farida Abaki. I'm not even gonna try. This author is coming out with a book 2. Okay, she announced it already. She's coming out with a book 2. I'm definitely getting it. I have to read this one again. Like, literally, I have to read this one again. I have to read this one again. I loved this book. This was the first book I ever got, and I mostly got all these books from Target, literally. I think, yeah, matter of fact, I think the only one I didn't get from Target was 31 CEOs That Mean Business, and the one I'm going to talk about next. But yeah, I got all these from Target. The next book we're going to talk about is Legendborn. Let's look at this cover. Let's admire it. Okay, beautiful chocolate girl with curly hair, and let's go. This book had a little bit of trauma, grief, black magic in here. So this book is about a girl. She's like 16, I believe, and she's in college, and her mother dies, right? Her mother dies, and she is trying to figure out what happened to her mother. With trying to figure out what happens to her mother, she enters this different realm of like warlocks and King, what's his name? Dang, I don't even know. King Arthur, or whoever. They're into this realm, and she has to like fight, and they have powers, and everybody. Now she is also the only black girl in this thing or whatever, in this league, this Justice League or whatever. This book was kind of confusing, but the author does a good job at grasping your attention when she needs you to have it, basically. Bree was a little annoying. Not even gonna lie to you. I don't like the way she treated I don't like the way she treated the boy. I don't like the way she treated him. Not at all. She was kind of a brat. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She's kind of a brat, but she gets better as the story ends. She gets better. And I am definitely looking forward to book 2 coming in November, Bloodmarked. I am ready for that book. I'm definitely gonna read it. I love the what's it called? The cover. And yeah, this was a good book as well. So I can't even lie to you. I got this book from Barnes and Noble. Definitely a good read. Absolutely loved it. And yeah, y'all, my last book, saving the best for last, because what would I be if I wasn't a good friend and shared this book? This is the Brook Nation Hair Bible. Okay, this is not an actual like read story book, but this is a book to keep you updated on your hair journey. Okay, if you are looking to grow your natural hair, you need to get her oil. Okay, she has a hair growth oil, and it works wonders on the hair. Okay, you understand me? It works wonders on the hair. So what you want to do is you want to buy her oil, and then you want to buy her a book so you can stay updated and up to date and keep track of your hair growth journey. It has challenges in here. It has like the differences you notice about your hair since using the hair growth oil. It has different it gives you different tips and tricks in here. Like, is it true that you trim your split ends? You can put notes in here. You can put your hair goal for the day. You can put the date in here. Sorry, y'all, I'm out of breath. This is a great book, especially if you're trying to keep track of your hair growth. I definitely use it. As you can see, the hair is definitely flourishing. That's all it can do because I've been using her products. And yes, ma'am, this is all my hair. Okay. So get you a Brook Nation Hair Growth Bible. You won't regret it. Now I gotta put all these books on my shelf. I'll be out of breath. But ow. Yeah, y'all. That's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. This is just my hobby. I love to read. I love books, and I I'm so glad I started back reading again because I can't stop. I didn't realize how much of a love I had for reading until I started back again and again and again. And yeah, most of my recommendations I got from Book Talk. And like I said, there is not one book that I just hated or had to stop reading. Like I said, I haven't started this one yet, Verity. I'm on like literally page 4. Due to me being a little stressed and going through some things, right? So yeah, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know if you have read any one of these books. Let me know if you will read any one of these books. I love books by Black authors. That is mostly what I like. Let me know if you have any book recommendations. I want to read Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson, but it's very hard to get that book. Not Tiffany D. Jackson. Yeah, Tiffany D. Jackson. I want to read Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson, but I can't get my hands on it. And I like murder mysteries, and I like scary books too, like Legendborn is kind of like a murder mystery. Ace of Spades is a mystery. White Smoke, mystery. Rumor Game is a mystery because you had to find out who's Grown, not so much of a mystery. We knew what he was doing. Money's Not Coming, definitely a mystery. Clap When You Land wasn't really a mystery. This was like a happy book. Well, it wasn't a happy book. It was just like a book you read on the beach, Of course, Will was not a mystery. We knew what he was doing too. Not what he was doing, but we know him. And Girls Who Wonder was not a mystery. But I think Verity is going to fall in the mystery category. Who knows? I'm not sure. But yeah, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Call me a nerd if you want to. I love to read. I don't really... And I have to have the book. You know what I'm saying? I cannot just read from my iPad. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I have to have the book. I have to turn the page. You know what I'm saying? I can't... If I have a digital book, I'm just gonna like exit out and just do something else. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stay focused. All right, I'm out. Peace.